So welcome to the 100th episode of Gallifrey Pirate Radio. I am your host, Davey Beauchamp, and I am joined by...
Angela Pritchett.
And Drew Meyer.
Wow. 100 episodes of GPR, almost 2 years of doing this. I'm actually shocked. Part of it is we've done 50 episodes with you now. Drew, you started before episode 50, but I mean, you've been involved with over 50 episodes. You've been there almost since episode 6, off and on. I'm just really shocked that it is. People have been watching, have been wanting us at their conventions, doing these things live for the past 2 years. Can you? I'm kind of in awe and shock. Can you believe this has gone on this long?
Sure, Doctor Who's popular.
We're not talking about, but I mean, a crazy show that started out of my insane mind to get me through grad school. Because I mean, I even said, when we did our 50th episode, which was An Unearthly Child, that I couldn't believe a year had passed. When I had to renew the webpage and stuff. It's incredible, and once again I really have to thank you guys for sticking this out with me, through the ups and downs of the show, the ups and downs in life. But I mean, you guys have really been there for over a year now with you, and almost 2 years with you. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Well, it's our pleasure. I mean, getting a chance to talk about Doctor Who, and as you'll see in a few minutes, is big payoff for sticking around for a year plus. So.
Yeah. And yeah, we have a very special treat. You get to see me make total, I don't want to say an ass of myself, but you get to see me in my most fanboyish you will ever see me.
I think it's safe to say fangirlish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, this
I haven't seen the video yet. I'm thrilled to.
Yes.
So see him squeal like a little girl.
Yes.
Squeal.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. But without further ado, welcome to the 100th episode of GPR with our very special guest, the 5th Doctor himself, Peter Davison, a cricket bat, a T-shirt that is inside out, and lots of other awesome, crazy, insane things. So this is us saying goodbye until the next footage starts of us on 100 episodes, and I look forward to the next 50, the next 100. As long as you guys will keep coming back, I'll keep doing this. So thank you, the two of you, Angela and Drew. I mean, you make this show possible. So enjoy. So welcome to Gallifrey Pirate Radio, where we're coming at you from MystiCon with a very special guest. I am your host, Davey Beauchamp. I am joined by
Drew Meyer.
And Angela Pritchett.
And the star of All Creatures Great and Small, Tristan, and also appeared on a small little sci-fi show called Doctor Who that you might have heard about. Peter Davison.
Hi.
I've been waiting for a long time. I met you one time before at DragonCon, and I was very shy, very nervous. Atlanta, yes. I was very excited that I was going to be a guest at the same con as you, because I was sort of starting off. And I waited a long time to say this because I was really nervous back then. But you were my doctor.
Thank you very much.
Growing up, I come from a sort of a dysfunctional home, and your doctor was my father figure growing up. I mean, some people have sports stars, things like that. I had you. I'm not trying to be
That's
creepy or anything.
That's not putting any pressure on me at all.
No, it's just, it was just thank you for, sort of being that role model for me while I was growing up. And we do have something for you. We got you one of our t-shirts.
Fantastic.
And I'm really, really nervous here. I should have had this undone already. I'm sorry. I'm gushing.
Get together, Davey.
Yes.
That's good. I was just thinking, I haven't brought enough t-shirts with me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Thank you. That's
Yes.
brilliant.
Yeah. I also got to show off my cricket bat with Peter Davison. This is I've been working on making remodeling a cricket bat.
Right.
All Doctor Who themed because of you. And later on, I'm going to bring that downstairs and get you to sign that because I'm very excited about that. But I've gushed enough.
Right.
Say something, Drew. Sorry.
Say something. All right. Well, hey, I'll start with the question if you have time for that. Here's the thing. One of the reasons that we love, and there's many reasons why we love Doctor Who, is it is a family programming that everyone really can enjoy and has enjoyed.
Yes.
So what I'm curious about is, I hear that you watched it as a child. Yes.
I did. I was the first Doctor really to actually grow up with it.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So how old were you when you first started watching it?
I was 12 years old when I started. So,
12 years old.
Yeah.
All right. So that was it Hartnell or Troughton?
It was Hartnell at first, and then Hartnell and Troughton were my doctors really. I didn't so much watch when John Pertwee did it or Tom Baker, because I was just at that age when you sort of you move on.
Just kind of do it. Yeah.
But certainly William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton's probably even more so because he was. I always think he had the hardest job. He was the first regeneration of the Doctor.
I absolutely agree with you on that.
He won the hearts really of everyone who had been addicted to Doctor Who for the previous 3 years and couldn't imagine the thought of anyone else playing it.
Sure, and I've always said that I always said that you had the second hardest regeneration to have followed Baker along those lines too.
So. He'd done it for 7 years. Yeah.
Because at that point in time, you've got 8 years with kids. So so you have a child. And did you watch Doctor Who with her when she was growing up?
She was, well no, because in fact I left the year that she was born. She was born in '84, which of course is when I left. So she never really watched me as the Doctor.
Right.
I mean, I probably showed her episodes, as you do. You try and brainwash your child. It was me. But for a start, she couldn't take any amount of violence, Georgia, as a child.
Oh, okay.
On television.
Sure.
And especially if I was involved in it. So if there's any scene in which I was being threatened by Daleks or whatever, she just couldn't bear to watch it.
So she didn't watch the other Doctors as well, or was it just kind of a...
No, she didn't really. Well, she was a little girl, she was, as I say, she was born in '84. So by the time she got to an age, I think Doctor Who was kind of fading away a bit and might even have been taken off the air. So it wasn't really until, the series came back.
A lot of it said with the fact that now Doctor Who seems to run in the family.
Yes.
So can we expect that your grandchild will be the 15th Doctor?
There's a heck of a queue of future Doctors lining up because I've got my two,
right?
And then of course there's George's little boy who is determined he's going to be the Doctor. So it's a dynasty. I mean, no one else is going to get a look in after about the next sort of 5 or 6 years.
I mean, it's a little unfair if you think about it. If they go up for the role, they're going to be like, well.
Well, I think of it, it's a bit like a sort of North Korean dynasty, It's a sort of,
so you're saying they're going to claim that they actually created the Doctor?
Yeah, it's a kind of it's almost like a monarchy, the divine right of descendants of mine to play the Doctor.
Divine right of Doctor Who.
Awesome.
He's got a cricket bat. Of course, he says it. So.
Yes.
So well, they wanted me to ask you.
Yeah.
Did you keep your sonic screwdriver?
No, that's one thing I never, because of course I lost it quite early in my first season because the producer thought, and I think in a way he was right, that it just solved too many problems. It became a multi-purpose tool to solve everything. And of course I feel a bit bad about it because it was an integral part of the Doctor, but I didn't, I have to say, miss it once it was melted in the visitation. So no, I don't know where it is. I presume they have a copy or two of it, but I'm afraid I don't.
So I know you get this question a lot, or maybe not. I'm a huge fan of the Big Finish audios. Is there anything you could tell us about At the Light at the End? Because they just released that trailer last week, and goosebumps with that trailer.
Yeah. No, I can't, because in fact it's not complete. I mean, we still haven't done all of it. I think I'm doing some more in March. So no, I can't tell you anything about it. I can tell you relatively little about it when I'm in it. Because the thing, I think I love the Big Finish things, but the difference between that and say a TV thing is that you literally, it's instantaneous. You get the script and then within about a week you've done it. And we do a fair number of them, and so it doesn't really stick in your head. And what they used to do is they'd ask me, when I did the next story, they'd do a little interview for the CD, I think, about what I thought of the previous story. And I just kept saying to him, you can't do this because I've forgotten the last story by the time you ask me about it. So you have to do it actually as on the day we're doing it. But in relation to that, the one, this sort of 50th anniversary one, I can't really tell you anything about it because it's still sort of being put together.
Oh, wow. And one more question about the audio stuff. I know they're doing Destiny of the Doctors, and so far, with the first two they've released, you had Kieran Ford do the first one, Fraser Hines do the second one. When it comes to, the fifth Doctor, are you going to be narrating it, or do you think it's going to be one of your companions, or is that still like you have no idea?
Again, I don't have any idea. I just let life wash over me, especially this year, because it's such an extraordinary year. I have no idea what it will bring. So it's just very nice to be here and to help sort of celebrate it.
Did you ever think that when you got the role of the Doctor that it would still be going strong nowadays? I mean, and hitting its 50th anniversary, or did you think it might fade away into obscurity as just a regular sci-fi show?
I didn't think it would ever go move into obscurity. It was in Britain. It had become such an institution and it went after I left. Fortunately, I can say after I left Touchwood. The series, I think, sort of did lose its way a bit. It got tired, as any series will do after that amount of time. And I think in a way, although I didn't wish it at the time, I think probably going off the air was one of the best things that could happen to it, because he didn't die. I was still doing appearances. There was still we were doing the Big Finish. There was still just as much interest in Doctor Who, but it wasn't on the air. And when I was asked at conventions whether I thought it would come back, I always said, which was true, I was absolutely sure it would. Just a certain amount of time has to pass before someone sits down and thinks, hey, here's a really good idea, let's do this. And the miracle about the return of Doctor Who, I think, was that we had a very well-known writer, very successful writer, Russell T Davies in Britain, and BBC said to him, what would you like to do next? We'd like you to write something for us. And he said, I don't want to do that, I want to bring back Doctor Who, because he had been brought up with it. And so he got on board Fez writers, Stephen Moffat, Mark Gatiss again, who had all grown up watching Doctor Who. And then ultimately, of course, David Tennant, who'd grown up watching Doctor Who. And so, I know I repeat this, but it is the most perfect way of describing it. It's the lunatics running the asylum now. The programme is now being made by the people who grew up watching the programme. So it's sort of self-fulfilling and self-perpetuating.
It really shouldn't be any other way. I think it's going to continue.
Yeah. And that is our time with Mr. Davison. I just want to thank you again for sharing this small little moment with us. And this is Gallifrey Pirate Radio signing off. Bye. Peace.